2026 WTA season is off to a thrilling start, and the rankings are already shaking things up. After an action-packed Brisbane International United Cup and early season events, we're diving into the latest countdown of the rankings. Full of breakout performances, big movers, and all the drama you need ahead of the Australian Open. At number 30 is Iga Świątek. The young American is making waves after reaching the Auckland semi-finals, picking up 97 points and breaking into the top 30 for the first time. The next generation is knocking, and Świątek is proving she can compete with the best. At number 29 is Emma Raducanu. The former US Open champion has had a quieter start with early exits in Hobart and the United Cup, but she's holding steady in the top 30. Experience and talent keep her firmly in the mix. At number 28 is Sofia Kenin. The 2020 Australian Open winner is working to regain her best form. A first-round loss in Brisbane caused a slight dip. At number 27 is Diana Yastremska. Despite a round of 16 exit in Brisbane, the Ukrainian firepower remains dangerous. When she's on, she's a player capable of top 10 upsets. At number 26 is Paula Badosa. After a tough round of 16 loss in Brisbane, the former top 10 star is in rebuilding mode. Her talent is undeniable, and she's ready to make an impact as the season unfolds. At number 25 is Qinwen Zheng. The Olympic medalist is holding her position, and as the Australian swing heats up, her aggressive baseline game could shake up the rankings even further. At number 24 is Jelena Ostapenko. Big hitting and unpredictable, the Latvian slipped a few spots after a Brisbane R32 exit, but one strong tournament could see her bounce right back. At number 23 is Diana Schneider. The young Russian drops a couple of spots after a round of 16 exit, but with plenty of time on her side, she's a player to watch as 2026 develops. At number 22 is Leylah Fernandez. The Canadian lefty remains steady, with no major jumps this week. Her crafty, fearless game ensures she's always capable of top-level upsets. At number 21 is Elise Mertens. She shone in United Cup singles, going 3-1 and reaching the semi-finals. Now we step into the top 20, where the Korea Open reshaped the landscape. At number 20 is Marta Kostyuk. What a week for the Ukrainian. She stormed to the Brisbane final, taking out multiple top 10 players along the way. That runner-up finish earns her points and a massive 6-spot jump. At 19 is Karolina Muchova. She reached the Brisbane semis before Sabalenka ended her run, gaining 195 points. A strong early season showing keeps her firmly in the top 20. At 18 is Ludmila Samsonova. A quarter-final run in Brisbane helps her maintain position. Slight dips in points aside, the Russian remains a consistent threat in any draw. Number 17 is Victoria Mboko. The Canadian teen continues her rise, adding 22 points. At just 19, she's showing composure and intelligence on court well beyond her years. At 16 is Naomi Osaka. Back in action with United Cup play, she's steady and competitive. The former world number 1 is looking to build momentum as the Australian Open approaches. At 15 is Emma Navarro. Early exits in Adelaide and Auckland cost her 48 points, but she remains in striking distance and will be looking to rebound as the season unfolds. At 14 is Clara Tauson. Despite a Brisbane R32 exit, the Danish star holds firm. Her talent could see her making deep runs and shaking up the rankings this season. At 13 is Linda Noskova. The young Czech slips just one spot, but remains solid. Early season competition is fierce, and consistent results could see her climbing further. At 12 is Elina Svitolina. The experienced Ukrainian captured her 19th career title at the Auckland ASB Classic, defeating Wang Xinyu. 250 points push her back toward the top 10, proving she's still a force to be reckoned with. At 11 is Ekaterina Alexandrova. An early exit in Brisbane doesn't change her top dozen status. With strong baseline power and veteran experience, she remains a dangerous draw. 10 is Belinda Bencic. A sensational United Cup campaign sees her on a comeback win over Iga Świątek, nearly bringing Switzerland the title. 415 points boost her to her best ranking in years. Number 9 is Madison Keys. A Brisbane QF run is offset by points loss from defending last year's results. Still, the American veteran is a dangerous opponent with her powerful baseline game. At 8 is Mira Andreeva. The teen sensation adds points after Brisbane QFs. At just 18, her rapid rise makes her one of the season's most exciting young stars. At 7 is Jasmine Paolini. Consistency continues, with United Cup play, gaining 31 points. The Italian veteran thrives under pressure and is always competitive at the top level. At number 6 is Jessica Pegula. Reaching the Brisbane semis cost her 130 points, but her consistent results keep her among the elite, ready to challenge at major tournaments. Number 5 is Elena Rybakina. A quiet Brisbane quarterfinal doesn't move the needle, but the Kazakh powerhouse remains a threat on hard courts and at every major draw. At 4 is Amanda Anisimova. Strong early form helps her climb despite a round of 16 exit in Brisbane. She's ready to challenge the top 3 and make deep runs in the season. At number 3 is Coco Gauff. United Cup semi-finals with a 3-1 singles record add 1 point. Still a top 3 player, the young American is looking to make a major breakthrough this season. Number 2 is Iga Świątek. A tough loss to Bencic shows the early season challenge, but the Polish star is primed and ready to chase Australian Open glory. At number 1 is Aryna Sabalenka. The world number 1 defends her Brisbane title without dropping a set, defeating Marta Kostyuk. 380 points take her to 10,870 total, marking her 22nd career title and extending her reign at the top just in time for the Australian Open.